Eureka.
Hey, what's up everyone, this is Dante's Analysis and welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and also don't forget to click on the notification button for any new videos I'm going to be releasing in the future. So for today, I'm going to be reviewing Wale's latest EP called The Imperfect Storm. This EP came out on June 19, 2020, and if you guys don't know who Wale is, I'm pretty sure most of you guys know who Wale is. He's a rapper who's been at it since 2005. He's releasing like hit after hit after hit with songs like Ambition featuring Meek Mill and Rick Ross, Nike Boot, the Nike Boot remix with Lil Wayne, No Hands with Waka Flocka and Roscoe Dash, Lotus Flower, Bomb featuring Miguel, Back in the Go-Go featuring Bun B, Pusha T, and Trey, and Bad remix featuring Rihanna. So Wale actually had his own shares of success in the music industry and how he just grinding year after year, just making himself a well-known name. This album is actually really good and it's really deep because it tackles on the issues of what's going on in today's society with the whole George Floyd situation, police brutality, the riots, the looting that's been going on. So it's actually really cool that Wale is actually expressing his feelings towards what's been going on in the US for the past couple of weeks. And also, when you listen to this project, it actually does sound like that Wale recorded these songs really recently. I think I read an article online that's saying, like, I think prior to the release of this project on June 19th, it was recorded like 2 weeks prior to the actual release date. This project is 6 songs. The first song is called Moving Different featuring Cleansey. This is a very strong intro throughout the album, sets the tone for the whole project. Yeah, it just talks about how Wale needs to move different, talking about what's been going on with the police brutality, the George Floyd situation, and throughout the whole song he had like news clips of like different events going on relating to the George Floyd situation and the riots. So that was cool. The second track was Empty Wishing Well featuring Erica Bellinger. This song was actually really good because Eric Bellinger coming through with the vocals and this song is actually a vibe and it's really cool, and the whole premise of the song is just go with the flow and see how it plays out. And the third song, Blue, Yellow, Green, Pink, and White, is actually another go-go track. Wale just rapid fire speed of his flow, very consistent. Again, I wrote down here in my notes, the flow is crazy. I feel like when it comes to this song in particular, I don't know if you guys agree with me, that they actually had like the Cha-Cha Slide sample. When I listen to it, it does feel like it was the Cha-Cha Slide sample. I don't know about you guys, but comment down below if you guys agree with that or not. And the fourth track, well, it's actually 2 songs into one, like June 5th and Queens and Gods. The first track of June 15th actually talks about cancel culture and how people just only want to see it's almost like when in the song there was also like the comment of this Fox News anchor named Laura Ingraham and how she was saying like, oh, like shut up and dribble. I think that's only how certain people view black people. They only see them as singers, rappers, and athletes. They don't really view us as any other career, like a doctor or lawyer or like a journalist. They only view us as entertainers, which is not right, because I feel like that's like a basic stereotype that a lot of people place on black people. And also with the whole cancel culture thing, I feel like, especially when this whole George Floyd situation happened, a lot of people were coming at Wale because he's more of like a conscious rapper. Of course, he could get in with like tackle other subjects, but I feel like as of recently, he's been more of like a conscious rapper, and a lot of people have been getting at him because he did immediately speak up with the whole George Floyd situation, and he just told him to like, hey, chill out. Like, I understand what's going on, and I'm gonna say it sooner or later. And it's almost like the same thing with the whole J. Cole and Kendrick situation, on how a lot of people have been egging on J. Cole and Kendrick because when the whole George Floyd situation happened, they never like spoke out on social media or never said anything, and how a lot of people were canceling J. Cole and Kendrick. And I felt like that was kind of unfair because it just kind of just shows you how people's mindsets are these days. It's almost like if you don't say something immediately, people are gonna think like, oh, he's like against us, like he's not for the people. But eventually there was actually pictures released showing J. Cole and Kendrick at protests. So I think when it comes to today's society, people expect every entertainer and celebrity to automatically post what they're doing on the streets online, because I don't know, it just felt kind of weird because I don't understand people, because I know people, there's a lot of people who like to move on the low, like very low key, and I feel like that's what J. Cole and Kendrick are doing. They're not really the type of people to be on social media. They rather like be out there in the public fighting for the people and not just posting and sharing it on social media. And I actually did respect that. And I feel like once people saw that, that's when fans started to change their minds about J. Cole and Kendrick. I feel like not every move should be posted on social media. As like the words of A$AP Rocky, I don't have to post my every move. And which is very true. You don't really have to share certain things with social media. Some things are left to be behind the scenes. And going to the Queens and Gods, again, oh, I actually like the transitioning from June 5th to Queens and Gods. Again, with Queens and Gods, it talks about uplifting the brothers and sisters of the black community. I thought that was a really strong message to give. Track 5, Shit Don't Stop, featuring Eric Bellinger. I really wish this song was a lot longer. I was sitting there bobbing my head and I was like, alright, this song is actually really good and the beat's really good. And it just cut into the next track. I was like, that's it? So it was almost more like an interlude into the last track, Majo, which is almost like an Afro style type beat. I wrote here very abnormal beat. Again, Wale just going in with this flow and just doing very well with this craft. And this is actually a song that you either like it or don't like it. I was kind of more of like, I wasn't really feeling it too much, but I did respect how Wale also takes chances on rapping on different beats and not on like the same beats. So I really do like how Wale challenges himself on rapping to very abnormal beats and doing well with it. So yeah, that's actually it with the album, and this is actually a very solid project. And I really do wish that people would stop undermining Wale's ability to rap. I feel like a lot of people know that Wale is good, but he's very unappreciated. And I feel like most of the time, a lot of people don't like his attitude. And I don't know, I feel like that's where Wale and some of the people that he's trying to please are, that's like, I feel like that's where a disconnect comes along, because a lot of people just don't like his attitude. And I just really do wish people root for Wale more and just seeing him as like a top MC in the rap game. So for the rating I'm gonna give this project, I'm gonna give it like a good 9 out of 10. Like again, the lyrics are good, the flow was spectacular throughout the whole album, the production is fire, the features are down to a minimum. I like the message throughout the whole album, talking about today's current issues on race, police brutality, injustice, and yeah, it was a very heartfelt project and I enjoyed it very much. And I'm actually really excited to hear what Wale releases later on. Again, I'm gonna give the Imperfect Storm EP by Wale a 9 out of 10, and thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye.